boys, I'm on a lot of energy. I got a lot of coffee. It's been a hell of a weekend. Welcome back to the arcade. I'm cracked out of my mind. We got some amazing gameplay details for Phantom Blade Zero. Y'all know, besides the Black Myth Wukong DLC, our most anticipated game here on the channel for 2025, probably 2026. But I have to say this. If you're watching this and you are a wrestling fan, I'm gonna need you to let it be known down in the comment section below. Because after 20 years, my childhood hero, John Cena, turned into a bad guy. He turned heel. I was so beside myself, freaking out. I posted my live reaction on the channel. I turned off all the notifications so it wouldn't notify anybody because I just had to get it out. Anyway, it's almost at 10,000 views. And that's just me like freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, John Cena. It's ridiculous. So if there are anyone, no matter if you're in China, Japan, if you watch me or this is your first time watching me, let me know if you're a wrestling fan, and if so, what did you think of this weekend? This has nothing to do with this video, but this is why I have this channel, to get out my feelings. And that just, also, I am in production of my Neza 2 full review. Now, y'all gotta let me know, do y'all still want that? I'm probably about 2 weeks late on this. I didn't know that many people wanted it, and I've got to record it. I'm in the process of getting it edited, but I'm a little discouraged because I know it's been a while. I'm just like, people still gonna care. So if you still want that full Neza 2 review, whether you watch this on Bilibili or on YouTube, please let it be known. And to be honest, I know on Bilibili it's very much wanted, but I'm not quite sure if I'm going to post it to YouTube. So please, if so, let it be known. But that should be up on the channel within the next few days. Now, the GOAT Soulframe just recently did an interview. I mean, within the last 3 hours, the CEO and director of S Game did an interview, a big interview with Vice, with Vice.com, and I'll leave them linked down in the description below if you can check out the full article. But I've read it from top to bottom. I initially wasn't even going to make a video. I was just reading for my own information, for my own self, because I love the game and I want to know more about it. And he went into so much detail about combat and gameplay features and what to expect and what inspired it, how the game is going to have an easy mode and extremely difficult mode, a potential demo later in the year. I mean, hands-on previews for creators. I mean, it is the full slate. Turn that bell notification on for me if you hadn't already. I'm telling you, as you can tell, it means a lot to me. I appreciate it. And let's get it. Soulframe, CEO of S Game and the creator of Phantom Blade Zero, details how it differs from any other action game on the market. Exclusive interview. Now, I'm not going to read the entire article because it is linked. I'm just going to hit some of the main parts that caught my attention that I think y'all need to know. But again, I'll have it linked down in the description below because trust me, it is quite the read. This interview was done by Sean Sichaki. Sorry if I said your name wrong, my boy, but that's a hell of a name. All right, so apparently this guy got hands-on with the game. So apparently this guy had hands-on with the game here recently, and he did an interview with Soulframe after. As you already know, I feared the gameplay of Phantom Blade Zero wouldn't be able to live up to its lofty trailer, but hands-on gameplay proved me wrong. What measures have you gone into ensure that Phantom Blade Zero plays as smoothly as it looks? Soulframe says, ensuring an intuitive and seamless gameplay experience has always been our top priority. We developed the entire game with the fundamental focus on how it plays rather than just how it looks in the trailer. From our first reveal until now, all of our trailers have been made entirely from gameplay footage. Even our latest trailer for the Chinese New Year was put together without any additional editing, just pure gameplay. God damn it. Oh, baby. Ooh, boy, talk to me, Soulframe. There's no secret formula behind this. It comes down to a massive amount of animation work that ensures a smooth transition between movements. We designed the combat so that almost every action naturally flows into the next through a transition animation, avoiding hard cuts and sudden shifts. This is crucial for fluidity. As a result, the number of animations in our game are far greater than it may seem. Additionally, we've implemented contextual execution moves, dynamic environmental interactions, and multi-target combat mechanics to enhance immersion. The richer our animation set, the more natural and fluid the movements feel. Our goal is to make the game feel like a living, playable kung fu movie. Here he talks about the frame rate and the performance they're aiming for right now. Frame rate is another key factor. We're optimizing the game to run at 2K resolution, which is 1440, with 40 to 60 FPS on the base PlayStation 5. Now, if you have the PS5 Pro or a high-end PC, we're offering an even sharper and smoother experience. From last year's hands-on feedback, many players felt that Phantom Blade Zero plays even smoother than it looks. which is incredible. The added controller haptics further enhance the experience following, allowing players to feel every strike and movement in a way that trailers simply cannot capture. Soulframe started talking about how fast-paced the gameplay will be in Phantom Blade Zero. He said this: in Phantom Blade Zero, combat happens at an extremely fast pace, movement is rapid, attack frequency is high, and you can perform maneuvers like running along walls, teleporting behind enemies, and executing sudden cinematic finishes that dynamically shift the camera to wide close-up angles, making it feel like you're in a kung fu movie. During combat, you may feel a slight sense of dizziness, not because the visuals are overwhelming, but because you have to stay sharp amidst the relentless action. The challenge is yet to remain composed while handling enemy attacks and countering effectively. Throughout the game, you will often shift between rational thinking and pure intuition. Everything happens incredibly fast. If you lose control, failure is instant and you will need to quickly reset and try again. But if you handle the pressure, land a few perfectly timed counters, and break an enemy's guard, that's when the real fun starts. At that moment, you may even come up with a new creative combo, pushing the battle further and taking full advantage of your enemy's broken defense window. So, in the Phantom Blade Zero documentary you released in China, which your boy was featured in for like 3 seconds, I appreciate that. You go into detail about working with kung fu masters for motion capture in the game, how this opportunity came to arise, and what challenges did you face, if any, during the process. So this is a section where he's going to give you what movies and what games influenced the combat in Phantom Blade Zero. Our goal was to create a combat experience that is both culturally authentic and historically grounded. If we had simply gathered reference materials, created some kung fu inspired animations, and applied it to the existing combat systems like in Ninja Gaiden or Devil May Cry, then what we produced wouldn't truly be Wuxia. Y'all see what I did? Y'all used to say Wuxia, but y'all got on me, it says Wuxia. Wouldn't truly be Wuxia martial arts. Instead, we wanted to go beyond what Japanese and Western developers have done before. So we decided to explore new systems ourselves. I learned that when the French studio Slow Clap developed Sifu, which is one of my favorite games of all time, I have about 500 to probably 1,000 hours of Sifu on PlayStation 5 and PC. Absolutely love it. We may do like a stream or something, me playing Sifu from open to close, because I'm really good in that game. Bak made Kung Fu in China as a Chinese studio. Why wouldn't we take it even further? That's when we started visiting legendary martial arts sects, temples, and schools across China. We work with masters from Yimei Mountain, the Shaolin Temple, Gong Dog, Lion Dance tropes, and several Kung Fu academies. It was an unbelievable dreamlike journey filled with discoveries that deeply influenced our approach to game design. The biggest challenge wasn't capturing these authentic Kung Fu movements, but breaking them down into fundamental gameplay mechanics and rebuilding them in a way that feels responsive and interactive. Unlike film, where fight choreography is purely visual, games require real-time player engagement and combat feedback. We wanted players to not only seek Kung Fu action, but truly play. Every move in the game reflects authentic principles of Chinese martial arts. When you make the right decisions in combat, you're rewarded with genuine and impactful techniques. Our goal is to ensure that players don't just feel like they're controlling a Kung Fu master on screen. Instead, they become one as they play, fully immersed in a world of fast, fluid, and strategic Wuxia martial arts combat. So during this section, he complimented him on the Chinese formation. That's when he complimented him on the Big Dipper Chinese formation that they did in the game. And Soulframe said it's going to be a lot more thrilling and amazing sequences in the game like that. That was just the tip of the iceberg there. He went into a little more detail about the Lion Dance formation and exactly how difficult it was for them to make this happen, because they used like a real lion head at times, and also some more information about how brutal those lion heads could be in like real life combat. I'm glad you enjoyed the swerve formation fight from our Chinese New Year trailer. We have even more thrilling and creative enemies in store for fans of Kung Fu films and novels. Many of these moments may feel yet familiar but fresh, as we're bringing classic Kung Fu tropes into a game in a way that's never been done before. One of my personal favorites was learning the Lion Dance and Gong Dong. It's Going Dong? I know I'm saying that wrong. We practiced with hollow bamboo lion heads following the master movements. Even with lighter versions, we were completely exhausted by the end. The real lion heads used in performance are much heavier, requiring even more strength and endurance. I was also fascinated by a story from the Lion Dance masters. He told me that in the old days, Lion Dance tropes traveling for performances often faced the threat of bandit attacks, so people used to try to rob them. To defend themselves, they would hide sharp blades and spears inside the lion's head, using their movements to strike back against the bandits while protecting their team. Hearing this was truly eye-opening. It felt like a real-life example of Kung Fu Punk. So this image you've probably seen on the screen right now with the lion, besides the fire and stuff, but with the swords and the blades in there, they really did that. How insane is that? So they in there just freaking knives and shit. That's crazy, bro. And that just gives even more like immersion to it, bro. That's crazy. This is a very important question when it comes to Chinese mythology. Does Phantom Blade Zero play into the idea of Chinese mythology, or is everything created here strictly confined with a world of its own? If so, what should players be keeping their eyes peeled for? The story and world of Phantom Blade Zero are entirely original, but they are undeniably influenced by classic Wuxia novels and films. The connection is similar to how Game of Thrones, which is my favorite show of all time, watched it a million times. I loved season 8. Don't even look at me. It's influenced by Lord of the Rings and War of the Roses. It's not a direct adaptation, but it carries certain inherited themes and inspirations. For example, the sword formation fight you saw in our trailer where 7 swordsmen attack in the Big Dipper constellation formation is a classic example of Wuxia novels. Another example is the Blood Dripper, a weapon used by a boss in the demo. In Legends, it was a deadly flying guillotine rumored to have been used by Ying Dynasty emperors to eliminate their enemies. This terrifying weapon has also been romanticized and dramatized in many Wuxia films from the 70s to the 80s. This is Ching Su Tong. I guess this is a film here. He asked, were there any other Wuxia films or other pieces of media that helped inspire the world of Phantom Blade Zero? Could you divulge and let us know what they were so we can properly prepare for its release? There are many Wuxia films that has deeply influenced Phantom Blade Zero. Some of the classics I've watched countless times. For example, The Blade from 1995, New Dragon Inn 1992, and Swordsman 2 1992. However, Phantom Blade Zero is not just a repetition of traditional Wuxia, it's also influenced by many unique ideas such as steampunk elements, cyberpunk themes. What's up, Chooms? I got something real special coming up in a few months regarding cyberpunk on the channel. Ghost in Shell, Berserk, and Vampire Hunter D. These inspirations allow us to blend traditional Wuxia themes with unique, unexpected influences, shaping a world that feels both familiar and completely new. And one of the most important things that everyone was wondering about, was this game going to be another Soulslike? And once they confirmed it was not going to be, again, just like this guy said, he breathed a sigh of relief, but it's a little more details regarding this. I have to admit, I breathed a sigh of relief after learning that this was going to center around combo-based attack rather than it being just another Soulslike. Was it always planned to be a more straightforward action game, or did this decision come along and later in the process? From the very beginning, Phantom Blade Zero was never intended to be a Souls-like game. However, it's also not a traditional action game. We developed a completely new combat structure that blends elements of exploration-driven gameplay like Souls games with fast, fluid action combat. This game features deep progression mechanics, extensive collection elements, and a complex narrative far beyond typical action games. Its predecessor, Rainblood Town of Death, was an actually turn-based RPG. Phantom Blade Zero includes side quests, multiple endings, weapon upgrades, skill trees, and a layered multi-dimensional world map, making it quite different from a pure hack and slash experience. We didn't follow any existing genre formula. Instead, we built our own system from the ground up, which this could be cool, because if this was as successful like I'm pretty sure it's going to be, you're going to see a lot more games develop this style of game, just like we had Souls-like, just like we had Ninja Gaiden, like hack and slash. Now the Kung Fu Punk type game, this is going to be the first pioneer game that's going to do something like this. I'm very excited to see what's going to happen in the future. Most importantly, Phantom Blade Zero will be accessible to all players. There is an easy mode that allows even those new to action games to complete the story smoothly, but for seasoned players, there's an extreme difficulty mode that is even tougher than most Souls-like games. I'm gonna repeat that. There is an easy mode that allows even those new to action games to complete the story smoothly. But for seasoned players, there's an extreme difficulty mode that is even tougher than most Souls-like games. Oh, shit. I know y'all not gonna let me play this game in easy on the channel. I know for a fact, because y'all know we're gonna be playing this on the channel, top to bottom, inside and out, every ending, the whole deal, right? Y'all gonna let me play this on easy? The high-speed, visually intense combat you see in other trailers are actually achieved with just a few simple button presses. There are no complex combos or special input commands. However, the game still offers a progressive learning curve and a deep level of mastery, allowing players to refine their skills and push the combat system to the absolute limit. That's gonna mess my subtitles up. To the absolute limit. Now, this is the section I know some of you may skip to, and he asked him about an upcoming playable demo, whether it be at an event or public. So this is what Soulframe had to say about the demo. I know players are eager to get their hands on this one as soon as possible. Will this game be playable by any upcoming events, or are there plans to release a public demo? In 2024, we held 6 hands-on demo events worldwide. We had over 12,000 players that had the chance to experience the game. Absolutely want to provide more opportunities for players to get a hands-on experience, but the exact details will depend on our event partnerships and scheduling. Beyond large-scale public events, we will also hold private gameplay sessions where select media outlets can have hands-on time before the release. If we plan any additional opportunities like this, we'll be sure to keep you updated. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Soulframe, CEO of SGame, and the creator of Phantom Blade Zero, as well as Will Chin. Now, Will has been the one that emailed me initially like a year ago, and we've been in contact more and more since then. And Will, I'm ready, bro. Please, I need to play this game. I'll let your boy Will. Anyway, head of published for SGame for taking the time to speak with me about upcoming Phantom Blade Zero. Again, that is from Vice.com. Outstanding article, outstanding interview. And again, I didn't read every single thing, but I just kind of hit some of the most important parts that I think we will want to know as gamers. But there's a lot more detail in here, so please go check that out. It's fantastic. In closing, like I've said before, the next time I believe that we're going to hear from Phantom Blade Zero will be at Summer Game Fest that will be coming up in June. And hopefully, last year I got invited to Summer Game Fest and I got invited to play the Phantom Blade Zero demo, even though at the time I had a lot going on in my life and I wasn't able to make it because it was so like abrupt and last minute. Like now, because we've grown, especially with the Bilibili channel, I'm getting exposed to a lot more opportunities. So now I'm prepared. Now I've put some money aside for travel and this. I was like, okay, well, unless we don't fell off or they just stop liking us, we should get invited back again. And I should get to play Phantom Blade Zero. Hopefully, if they're doing it around this time again, I don't know for sure. I'm just speculating, going off past history. And if so, man, I'm going to be so excited. And y'all know we're going to be covering every little piece of it that we can right here on the channel, on both channels. I got to get used to saying that because closing this out, and I commented to this to somebody, and again, I know translation may be bad, but someone had mentioned like, hey, there's no sense of you bleeping out your curse words on Bilibili because you're not going to make much money on here anyway. And again, that's how it was translated, so I'm not sure if that's what he meant, but from the sounds of it, that's what he meant. And I replied to him like, hey man, listen, I don't do Bilibili for money. I do Bilibili because I had probably about 500 to 1,000 people over the span of like 2 months asking me to make a Bilibili account. Like, if I get 100 comments an hour, 50 of those comments was like, hey, I came from Bilibili, you need to come make an account. Go to Bilibili, you need to make an account. Like, it's just spam and everywhere on social media. So that's why I made a Bilibili account, not for money. I mean, I've got some money made on there now. I don't even know how to get it out. So for now, I'm just leaving it there. Just some money we've made on the videos because I truly don't care. That's not what it's for. That's for the vibes and that's for y'all. And that's to expand or further reach of the brand of GJX Gaming Arcade. Now YouTube, I need that money. Yeah. YouTube, we need that bread, bro. But Bilibili, that's just for the vibes, man. That's just extra work I do. Honestly, as a thank you for all the love that y'all gave for me for Black Myth Wukong. So I just wanted to clear it up. I know a lot of people know, but that's only for the vibes, bro. Does that help get us more exposures and get us more opportunities because we have the Bilibili account and a lot of the Chinese games over there? Absolutely. But that was never the original goal. I was just making that just for y'all as a thank you for showing me so much love. And we got some amazing stuff in store for us, man. We just got to stay the course. We just got to stay focused and we gonna do it. I gotta get out of here, get this video edited. And again, please drop a like in the video, turn on those bell notifications. If y'all want that Nether 2 full review on YouTube and Bilibili, you gotta let it be known. John Cena turned heel. Monday Night Raw is about to come on. I'm hungry and I gotta edit this, so this will be an up late night. But just know it is March. Let's have a great month. Let's lock in. Let's have some fun. Let's play some video games and make sure that mental health is on point. Talk to myself and I'm talking to you. Love y'all.